What up, Jeff?
Yo, what's up, Dad?
Holy shit. I couldn't get on there, man. It just kept beach balling and beach balling. I was like, what is going on? Okay, I
But
got you. Let me see.
it was
Huh?
it was like a delay, like kept spinning like that.
It kept spinning, kept spinning. At one point,
Yeah,
the join button wouldn't illuminate. So I was like, oh man, what's going on? So anyway, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
What's going on?
Ain't
Where's my
shit.
camera? I gotta give me a better seat. I don't know where I'm at.
Um, so I'm just waiting for Venice. I haven't heard anything from Mac.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Damn, I should change my shirt. I'm always wearing this shirt when I'm. Hold on, man. Hold on,
go
y'all.
ahead,
Hold on. I can change this
go
shirt.
ahead. Like, wait for the other guys to come on.
All right, hold on. Oh shit. Holy cow. All right, man. Sorry about that, man. I had to get me some
Nothing
other
good.
shit on. I get the talking file on. That had they shirt on. They gonna kill me. What's
Yeah.
all the glasses and shit?
Dad, do me a favor. Can you turn the TV down?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about
Yeah.
that, mom. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Venice. I haven't heard from Mac yet.
Yeah, I heard from Bernice.
Yeah, I heard from
Uh,
her. She said,
are you waiting on her?
so I'm waiting on her.
Okay. All right, man. I'm just like running around the crib doing shit. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been trying to write and fucking rap. That shit still hard, yeah. All you rappers out there, boy, I give y'all some kudos. Well, you better stick to that, man. Cause maybe a 9 to 5 would be hard for y'all ass. Cause I know rapping is hard. Yeah, man. So what's up? What you do this way, man? You know what? Oh man, I gotta talk to you about old crate. All right, let me shut up. We gotta get back on with okay, pillar. See what's going on, man.
Hmm.
Hey, you know about the dash? You know about the dashboard, man? You know about a dashboard over at the acronym?
Nah,
You don't know anything about that?
that was that.
Okay. No, no, that's just a thing that they've been tracking people with, like, where you can go to and see, you can go to and see when activations need for on. And so I think KP been running with body, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's something she came up with.
Yeah, I think it's a HR process, but I think she's been running with it and now I think we gotta jump in there, which is all good, but let us know what's going on. And Mike told me the other day, say, he just wants to help in and jump in there. So when she's supposed to be over there Tuesday, and she's gonna show us what's going on with the dashboard and all that. So you're gonna have to look in, man, because I'll be doing it, but if I don't know, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. So so this is with the whole reinstatement thing, like when it's employees that's being reinstated. So that's when you
Yeah,
have to like reactivate the card.
yeah, that type of shit. That's what it is exactly. So it's like, oh man. So yeah, I mean, that's what we do. That's the business we in. You know what I mean? But
Right.
but lately, like things kind of just gobble, and then you don't know what's going on. So then when it's a chance for you, you got to go in and do it. Then you're like, oh, I don't know what's happening. So she's gonna give us a little tutorial on the dashboard so that we can kind of respond and get some of these activations and stuff like that.
Right.
It's just a
But
crazy process.
I know for Jersey it's a little bit different because no, they run it. They always run the in and out of there. But
Yeah.
for us in New York is way different because if you ask for a New York employee to be reinstated, right, it's like, but when they come back in the office,
Mm. Well, the thing is, man, like I say, they got something worked out. I want to see it. It's like a dashboard, like you go to something, and then it's like, okay, these many cars need to be updated, or on this date, or these people, card need to be cut off or whatever. I don't know what it is. Anyway, she's gonna show us, and so I'll just, I go into it, once or twice a day. I see people coming over. We really don't have a process. You know, I don't want to be interrupted every 5 minutes talking about, oh, can you activate this person card? We got to put some parameters on that shit. So it's like, okay, you get it activated during this time, and then the next batch of activations is this time. And if you get caught up in between then, it might be your ass because, yeah, I don't think you can have somebody on a given notice all the time, thinking they're gonna respond to every little, oh, do this right now. You know what I mean? I don't think that's realistic. I know for
right,
me, it's not. You
right,
know. Uh,
all right,
mm-hmm.
all right. So let's wait. I'm being held up hostage by my okay.
Fussy kid.
So I want to be able to okay.
She about to whip that
All
kid
right.
ass and put him to bed. No, I'm kidding.
No. This is Mac.
Oh, that's Mac. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Mac got the fussy kid. Yeah, I know he does. Got the little girl. Oh, well, let's just go, man. We'll do what we can.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get started. It's 30 seconds. What is up? What is up, everybody? What is up? And first and foremost, want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh on the God, Son Yahweh, shout out to the word called Jesus Christ. We keep God first and everything that we do here in the Saucy family. And welcome to another episode of Saucy Conversation, man. This is episode 10 of our season 4, and we are glad to have everybody join us today. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook channel. We're live on Twitch. We got a new Twitch channel, so make sure you go subscribe to that for my streamers and stuff like that. So just hit that link below, and yeah, man, just subscribe to all platforms from you on. Also, I got my gracious co-host with me. Say what up to the nation.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You say, Jeff, what, episode 10 and 4? That's like 10-4. That's like CB talk. Break a motherfucker. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Young Dad, at you again.
Yeah,
We live, so yeah, let me just watch my mouth. Just want to say what's up to everybody. I hope somebody out there listening and looking and shit like that. So hope y'all good on this NFL Sunday. It's cold and shit. So out here rocking the D hat. I'm gonna have the head up, so y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. So I'm gonna give it props right off the top. So anyway, y'all, just good to be back. Hope everybody well.
absolutely. Shout out to shout out to Mac. Couldn't make it today. Shout out to Vanice. She might be joining us today. But
Big time.
before we get started, shout out to our sponsors. Click a Rocket, man. Go get you some Click a Rocket, man. The link is also in the bio. You can have it delivered to your house if you order over $70. So you can have it delivered to your house and everything. And also try. We have a drink here at Saucy Conversations, which is called the Saucy Conversation with Click A Vodka. So what you do, you get your whether you get pink lemonade or you get regular lemonade. That's what we do here. If you was watching like some of the early episodes and early seasons, maybe you mix it with the regular lemonade or the pink lemonade. But any other lemonade that you like, that's the Social Conversation right there. And make sure you go and support our sponsors who've been with us since day one.
Hey Jeff, check
Also,
this out.
shout out to all the sponsors. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey Jeff, on that segue, man. Just before you jump into the other sponsor with the Click A and shit, you see me wearing the
Mm,
pink shirt, that rock well with the
yeah,
bottle, man. So look here, I ain't had no
right.
Click A in a minute, and that shit is tasty. So y'all, if y'all looking to go out there and get it, it'll kind of sneak up on your ass. So you got to be careful with it. But yeah, man, let's get in
Yeah,
contact over there. Send Young Thad a bottle, man. I want to taste that again. I haven't had it in a while. I
gotcha,
don't drink
gotcha.
much, but I wore the pink shirt, just for that
Mm,
today. Yeah,
exactly. Like that said, this is nice and smooth. And
smooth, man.
when you mix it with your favorite chaser, don't drink too
Nice.
much of it because it will
Yeah,
sneak up on your ass and knock your ass out. So shout
yeah.
out to Lucky Vodka, shout out to the whole fan over there, and shout out to all the sponsors, which is holistic remedies, man. They got body butters, CBD
Mm-hmm.
oils, and everything, man. So make sure you go and support them black-owned business. They doing their thing, supporting us since our last season. So shout out to Satosa and shout out to the whole holistic remedies. My favorite is the bubblegum berry. So get you some of this bubblegum berry. It's winter time, so you can put all the lotion on you want in the house, but when it's below zero and all that outside, you just get ashy real quick. But this is good to try with you to keep your hands moist and everything, especially with this whole COVID situation as well. You always gotta wash your hands and using hand sanitizing and shit like that. So make sure you get some body butters for Holistic Remedies, man. Shout out to them and use that promo code HR Meat Sauce so you get a 10% off at checkout.
Absolutely. Hey, Jeff, let me give you one more on that. Hey, Tulsi,
Uh,
now check this out. I just heard last night, so they're gonna be ringing y'all bell that a little drops up with some CBD is help with the
mm,
COVID too. So y'all go over there and get that shit. And not only will
exactly,
it only make you feel good, it'll help you be good. You know what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's real, man.
There's a lot going on. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody
Most definitely,
who haven't been joining us. We appreciate you for always supporting Source Conversations,
most
and
definitely.
you know, just make sure to look out for our TV network dropping this year. We got a podcast division. We got TV records, movies, and stuff like that. So make sure you go and and follow Saucy Nation TV on Instagram, and also follow our Facebook page. The link is in the bio below. And make sure if everybody want to be a part of the network, just hit me up at Saucy Nation TV at gmail.com. Saucy Nation TV at gmail.com.
Oh no
And I will
doubt.
give you the rundown on how the network is going to be run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
be over there. I'm gonna be over there. So yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, Dad got some shit in the works, man. He got some poetry, music in the works, man. We bring a lot of creative content coming soon to the network. So make sure if y'all want to be a part of it, just hit me up. All right,
Absolutely.
so it's been a year, and Biden has been in the office for a year. Um, what is your take, Dad, on Biden's first year in office? How do you grade his first year in office?
You know what, man? The bar for me was kind of low because coming out of what we was coming from with, the guy that was leaving. I mean, shit, the guy could have came to office and just fell asleep and did nothing, and he would have been a rock star in my mind. So, he doing
Right,
okay
right.
for the fucking first year on the real. You know what I mean? So he had a lot of catching up to do. The world is fucking problematic right now. So, he coming in, he doing what he can. I know people trying to shit on him. They ain't passing this bill. They ain't working with him with infrastructure. And it's a lot going on, man, but he inherited a lot. So, coming in after 1 year, after my man was in there wrecking havoc for fucking 4, which seemed like 8
Mhm.
shit, he doing okay just to have his head above water. So I ain't gonna shit on my man, not like that. Again, the bar was pretty low for me with him coming in because of the guy that was leaving out was such a fucking zombie that just coming in with a guy, just being awake, without, hovering over the button and shit like that is just well enough for me. So he okay. We'll get it done. It's only 1 year, 365. So fuck it. We got another one coming up. So look here, man. I ain't no big political person, but give a person a chance. We still got some catching up to do it. Not only that we have inherited a lot, but it's things that's happening like daily. Not only across the country, but regionally. And in the city. And I don't know if you got this on the rundown or not, but we got to get Eric Adams' ass in here and talk about this shooting. They shooting motherfuckers and all that. So on the whole, I think Biden, doing okay. He had a lot to inherit, and so let's see what next year look like. And even though, man, even if he did, if he didn't get all things done that he said he was gonna get done, at least it's better than the guy that we coming out of. And we'll have to look to see what 2024 have to offer. But right now, don't look like they have much, and he getting old. So we got to get somebody in our camp that's gonna really doing something. Maybe it'll Kamala, I don't know, but I ain't gonna shit on what he's doing. So that's my take on it.
So how was you grade on A, B, C?
Like grade wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Grade wise, man. Look here, grade wise. I don't even know. I give him like I give him a B minus, man. Because I give him a B minus because, like I say, he inherited a lot. And but he sent the stimulus out. He got the fucking vaccine rolling in the right direction, boosters and all that. So at least everybody, at least on the playing field. Because I was saying this like last year or 2 years ago that when Trump left office, man, first thing we was gonna have to do is throw an apology tour. The U.S. going around and bowing down and fucking kissing people ass because we in our eyes, we just were like we were already the bullies on the street. And then when he came in, really people did look at us like we was just shit on the stick. And so after he left, we had to go back and we had to go back and do some groveling and apologize and even get even so people can even give us another seat at the table. Because we bullies already. If they're gonna give it to us, but I give his ass a B minus.
B minus.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with a C on this one. I mean, you pretty much hit everything on the head of him coming and how to make up for the 8 years that we've been through, especially during the time he was like in the midst of the whole COVID thing when when the whole shit started. But when it comes to politics and politicians and when you're running for president. You pretty much pay everything to get into office. So,
right.
But when you get into office, there's a lot of things that you actually renege on. And one thing when it comes to people like me who play spades, you can't renege. We don't like renegers. You can't renege on shit. You promise us that, then you should order. Exactly. You should put in the work and actually try to get something that you actually promised to my community as that. But again, a C minus. I think that it's not going to be a good look for him coming in.
C minus.
You know what? Think about it. I'm just giving him a C. I'm just giving him a C.
That's a flat C.
I'm giving him a C. I think it's flat C. Yeah. I think the C is very fair. Yeah. So I just think it's going to be hard for him in the next election if he doesn't start putting the work in. They're not exercising, but it's like it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to the senators and stuff like that, it's like it's like a gang mentality. It's like if you have a Democratic president and most of the Congress are the majority is Republicans, they're not going to work with the Democratic president because Republicans like to say, oh, we can't have a Democrat in office, he's going to spend too much money and stuff like that. And then when you get a Republican president and you have a majority of Democrats, it's like there's no progress. It's like nobody want to work together. It's a whole gang mentality. It's like blood versus Crips, Jews versus Muslims. It's just bad, and it's just toxic. It's a toxic environment, and I think that when it comes to the American people, we need another party up in there, man. I mean, we have independents, but I think we need another party to actually listen. We're not with the red and we're not with the blue. Mm-hmm. We with the actual Americans and what this actually country stands for, and stop taking handouts and payouts and all this money to further, people who actually putting money in your pockets agendas.
Hmm.
You know,
But
if, if the, yeah,
no, but you know
go
the
ahead.
crazy thing, man, is I agree. I think there needs to be a third party, maybe even a fourth party, but there needs to be somebody that's really out there, like working for the people. Because the two parties that are there, we've made politicians like rock stars and all that. They on TV more than fucking famous like movie stars are and all that.
Celebrities,
So. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So all that time you spending on TV, all let's go and write some bills and get together and have some caucuses and work across party lines and all that. Because remember, it ain't about you; it's about the people. And so you sit up on Capitol
right?
Hill and wear your fucking fancy suits and all that old bullshit. That don't mean nothing, man. You got to go and talk to somebody. Why are you gonna be there if you're gonna just get there to filibuster and hold a seat and not really agree, and then not because we're the ones that suffer. You see what I'm saying? So again, yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree. I think there needs to be at least one more party in there, and I just think that I don't know, man. I got a whole different ideology on politicians. I might have to
Yeah,
cut their
yeah. I
ties.
just think, yeah, absolutely. I just think as Americans, we need to hold these politicians accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't care if we have to. I don't care if the American people have to storm the damn Capitol. I mean, they did it. Like if you don't deliver in 4 years, there are people in Congress that have been in there for over 25 years.
Hmm. Well,
I
that
mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
they already did
If
it
if
to
the
him.
exactly, so if the president can only get 8 years, I think everybody in Congress should get, and the Senate should get, the House or the Senate, whatever. They should get 8 years. Anything other than that, they should not be in office
I
because
agree
time
with I
change
agree
and
with that.
everything.
I agree with that. I mean, like, look, we ain't gonna storm the office. I mean, we ain't gonna storm the Capitol. Them dumbasses did that one other time. You not,
Yeah.
you dumbass. No, anyway, come
No,
after me. But anyway, man, yeah, I do think that that people need to have like a third party and really start working in the best interest of the people, man. Because look, man, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it really is the middle class that that really makes this thing go. You know what I mean? And so
exactly.
hopefully, hopefully, if we can get some things with jobs going, with maybe Biden's like infrastructure with like renewable energy, and if we can really get that going and to create some jobs and some things like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, but I still think people need to, you know, you know, let go of the old way of thinking, and I don't know how that's going to be because, like you say, I think they need to, not need to have some term limits on these things, man, because otherwise. You in that 25 years, you're not representing what I'm, my interest in you. Oh, your time has passed. I mean, the time that you were,
Right.
things that were going on. So how can you represent my interests and all that? So anyway, it's kind of weird
Exactly.
like that. And I'm gonna let it go on that.
Yeah. Did you hear what Mitch McConnell said
On
the
what?
other day
What is that?
when he was talking about that there's more I think the reporter asked them about uh, the voters act or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then he was asking how people of color, especially African Americans, are voting at a high. And the way he said it is like, African Americans are not Americans. The way he actually phrased it, he
Mm-hmm.
was like, African Americans is not Americans, and that there was a big thing. It kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Like, you know, I don't think Mitch McConnell, I don't know, it's old timers. I don't know, he's doing this on purpose. I don't know what is wrong with this guy, but the way
Mm-hmm.
he actually worded that was trying to make it seem like African Americans are not Americans
Not
was
real people.
was
Yeah.
not rip. It was dead ass wrong.
Mm.
Well, not real people, not Americans. So
Man, it's crazy. The black experience, man, and can't nobody really get down with it. I mean, like not to be like that, especially somebody like Mitch McConnell. I mean, he could have black friends and not really even halfway get the chance to even taste what it would be like because they are so caught up into what it is that they think life's supposed to be like. They can't open up their filters enough to let anything in. I mean, so
right, right,
I think all those people are lost cause. I mean, I hate to throw everybody in society away. I'm not going to do that, but some of the people that are to the extreme that they don't like, really don't like people of color or minority people or and things like that. They want to see things go back to the old way. if you want to have it your way, then you can have it that way. Go live with the people that, that's like-minded like you, and leave the rest of everybody alone. Fuck it, man. Just because I worship to, one God and you worship to another, don't mean that we got to come burn my house down or, chop me up with a fucking machete. You know what I mean? As long as your
Absolutely,
interest,
yeah.
as long as your interest don't impede with mine, then we should be good to go. We should be able to sit around the campfire and fucking pass marshmallows and hang out and have a good old time, man. That's what life is about. It's about fucking diversity. Who wants the same fucking things twice? That's why they got McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's. You see what I'm saying? If they had just one type of
Right,
burger,
right,
it'll be the fucking one Acme Burger Shop. They don't have that. And that's the
uh,
way life.
right.
That's the way life's supposed to be, man. I can go into a whole long dissertation about this shit. That's got to do with everything, man. That's why we have choice. You know what I mean? And people,
Right.
they try to, they try to make it seem like, oh, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and this is what, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You ain't supposed to be doing shit. That's why they have so many choices. If you're supposed to be doing one thing, there would be only one option.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, a lot of people are losing their minds out there, man. And I was watching some video earlier. It was like two little white ladies. They was inside Burger King, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a person, like a Spanish couple, not sitting right next to them, but say like a couple tables down, and they were speaking in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the two white ladies like want to butt in a conversation and say, excuse me, this is America. Can you speak English?
Mm. See, man, look at that.
And see, that is fucking ignorant. First of all,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
all right, America doesn't have a exact language.
Mm.
It doesn't. Is different. Stuff is like a mixed pot. So you can't say it doesn't have. This is the actual language that you should actually speak.
Exactly.
So and then the owner of the restaurant asked them to leave,
Mm.
and then the old lady was like, "Why you asking us to leave? They're the ones that are not speaking Spanish. They don't speak Spanish, not speaking English in here." And the guy
Mm.
that asked them to leave, he owns the restaurant. He owns the Burger King, and he's Mexican.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, and,
Man,
and then
that's man.
once they found out, and then they started blessing out the damn owner of the restaurant when he was asking them to leave, or he was going to call the cops. Like, well, then it was like, I ain't never coming back, and this and that. I'm like, he like, good, don't come back. We don't want people like you here eating, being racist and shit like that. Somebody speak English. Like, why you button? First of all, why you buttoning in conversation?
You ain't
And
never
what
lying.
makes you? What makes you? You know, I don't understand people. What makes you? Like you above somebody, like to tell them to speak whatever language like you feel like. Like,
Exactly.
what gives you the authority to do that?
It, man, that's the epitome of ignorance to me, man. It really is. I mean,
Mm,
I would think that's really surprised me, but it don't surprise me. That's like some John Quinones shit. That's some shit that you set
yeah,
up. You can't even set shit up that for a person to be that fucking ignorant, man. It's ridiculous.
right, right,
I had something, man. Case in point, and I don't know. Maybe the listeners can tell me if this is anything or not, right? But this is the fucking COVID era, man. And everybody vetting, people for COVID, and like, fake vaccine cards are out there and all kind of shit, and people like out there doing all kind of wild shit. So I take my little man over here to get his little booster shot, right? So this person show up, and she's got a vaccine card that's been signed to say that she could have the vaccine, but she say she never got the vaccine. Okay, so when she
wow,
come, in. So me and my man waiting, right? And I ain't gonna say what color she is and all that. So we checked in and do all that. So I'm listening to the conversations. I'm thinking, this is some things they're gonna have to vet out. They're gonna have to vet this out, right? They're gonna have to vet this out because why didn't you take the vaccine? Why would they sign it first of all if they didn't give you the vaccine? And why you showing up here? I gotta call somebody. This shit just don't sound right, right? And so
right,
this motherfucker ends up, excuse my language, y'all. She ends up doing this for this lady, giving her the shot before she even take care of us. I ain't even gonna say what the other person was, what color they was, or anything like that. But you could almost fucking imagine. I said, wow, I couldn't fucking believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Not only did she give this lady the shot before she gave my man the shot, and we were there before this lady was. This lady had documents that could have been forged or anything. So I
mm-mm,
just couldn't believe it that in this day and age, like you say, I couldn't believe that somebody would say something like that. Speak English. I couldn't believe that shit happened. I was like, wow, that's some crazy shit. That this lady coming in, and just because she is who she are, this lady takes her word on something that's highly fucking important, bypasses me and my guy, but services this lady, even though she in the wrong. She would have been in the wrong just to service the lady before us if she came in and was all legit. But she wasn't even legit.
Absolutely.
She was way fucking off kilter. A vaccine card that hadn't been done, this, that, and the third, and she still did it. And I'm not even gonna say, I ain't gonna bring race into it, but y'all figure that shit out. It killed me. It amazed me. You know what I mean? And so you tell me that that privilege ain't still alive and well. It happened to me yesterday. Hot off the plate, fucking hot sex off the platter. Where you at, Tribe?
Exactly, man. We don't condone that here.
It's crazy.
Um,
So
next
what we
question
got?
though is tax season. Next it's tax season, so it's tax return season. Some people's favorite part of the year.
Yes.
So there actually has a report saying that the 22 tax returns are going to be delayed. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh man, ain't that a trip? You know what? I guess they can delay the motherfuckers. I don't care as long as they send them eventually. You know what I mean? Because
Right, right.
they not kicked in a lot of ends, right? And with the
Hmm.
stimulus and all the money that been coming in from the unemployment, I know the people that's cutting the checks. I know they need a little break and a lot of hiatus from doing whatever the check pushing button they do and all that shit. Man, they've been busy, and so for for
Right, right.
for taxes to be behind in 2022, it really don't surprise me. It ain't gonna bother me because I don't know if I owe their ass or not, but even if I do, they'll get theirs, and if they owe me, it ain't gonna be much. So I'm in a win-win situation. So fuck them. Again, I think the whole world is gonna have to catch up on an axis because of COVID. It pushed everything off kilter. You know what I mean? Even
Absolutely.
like, even like in college, with the college boys and shit like that, everybody got like extra run, it's super seniors now. I ain't never heard of that shit. They were talking about kids getting out early. This guy's coming back for fifth and 6 years, of which I don't blame him.
Right.
If the COVID hit when I was balling like that, hell yeah, I'd have came back for a sixth, seventh, eighth year. I'd be a professor in that motherfucker playing with a beard. I wouldn't care, you know what I mean? But I would get mine. And so I was glad that NCAA did that. But in retrospect, the reason they did that, to tell the truth, is because the motherfuckers was coming down so hard on them with like name recognition and getting paid for their name. So they like, oh, let's get them something before they ask for something else. You know what I mean? So that really was a wag the dog type thing. Although it was warranted, it was a wag the dog type thing where they like, hey, let's give them these extra years and all that. So, it kind of played out for brothers because I know, like my man up in Villanova, Gillespie, he got hurt. It was his senior year, and who's to say whether guys gonna get burned at the next level if they bow out like that, and for him to be able to come back another year, and guys that didn't really have good senior years or junior years like they thought they could, or senior years rather, they can come back and show guys at the next level that they can do some things. So yeah, so yeah, man, yeah.
Um, I really don't care about it either. I'm not money hungry, to get tax returns and all that good stuff. But there are a lot of people who take this shit to heart. But we are in tough times right now. Everything can't get out like Amazon Prime membership.
Yep.
It can't be there the next 2 days. So you just got to wait to get your money, man. It's like. I mean, you spend it on Jordans anyway, so like, come on, man. Like, a lot of
Well,
people take that shit to heart. Like, damn, I want my money and this. And like,
well, what
calm
they
down. Like,
what they could have did, Jeff, they could have went on and all the stimulus they given, they could have just suspended the tax for a while and all that. I know they ain't gonna ever do that, So, but anyway, yeah, I agree, man. And you
yeah,
you gonna get yours, and like you say, you didn't make much anyway. All you gonna be doing is getting back what they gave you, and
exactly.
you know what I mean. So on the real, so yeah, man. I mean, look, I'm a patient person, and so yeah, wait on it, folks. Like I say, Jeff, you ain't gonna spend a number on Jordans, and and
Exactly.
you
Video
know,
games and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Next topic. Next topic. We had this big tragedy here in the Bronx. The fire.
man,
Um, a lot of people died. It's not too far from me. About like
right.
10 to 15 minutes away. Um, reason it's kind of mixed feelings about this. When it comes to the whole fire thing. I think that stuff like this happen all the time.
Hmm.
You know, and especially in the Bronx. The Bronx have a lot of old buildings that and a lot of careless landlords
mm,
who want to be cheap and not upgrade the building and stuff like that. And this was a perfect example of how people who own these buildings and how old these buildings are don't want to make upgrades to the building. They just want the money and that's it. So and the result of that, you have almost 17 people dying, mostly kids.
right.
There's been national news about it. A lot of people are donating to the cause because these people who live in that building are now homeless. Gotta find them another place to stay.
Mm,
Shout out to Fat Joe and Cardi B. Cardi B is actually playing for the funerals and stuff like
mm,
that. Fat Joe is actually working
mm.
with um the Bronx borough president to help. They got food drives, they got clothes drives and everything. Dad, what are your take when you heard about the fire here in the Bronx?
Jeff, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, my fucking heart was just broken, man. You know what I mean? I'm a thinking guy. I got a fucking active imagination, man. And so, when I hear about that, I'm in them hallways with them kids and shit, and that's just tragic, man. It's fucking tragic, and it's so preventable. You know what I mean? Slumlords, man. Yeah, it starts there, and it just drills all the way down. Who's holding the slumlords accountable? And if the slumlords ain't gonna be held accountable, then the people in house, you got to do something to protect yourself. You got to be able to pull yourself up by the fucking bootstrap. You got to be able to go get some fucking fire smoke detectors and shit like that when you know this shit is over code. So I ain't blaming the victims at all. I swear I would never do anything like that. But sometimes you got to take your own well-being and your own welfare in your own hand, because motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you, man. You got to do for yourself, man. I'm telling you, when that shit happened, man, I went out and got new shit for my shit, because the guy that I fuck with, he ain't all tight. You know what I mean? So you got to be looking out for your own people, man. And these people are new to this country, and they trying to get a foothold, and maybe they ain't all supposed to be in there. And so again, somebody has to be the person to be like, okay, I'm gonna be the motherfucker that's doing this, regardless of what anybody else doing. I'm gonna be the safety person. You just got to have it like that, Jeff. And then when you like that in life, man, those are the utility people in life. You got to have that, even if you got to have it. You got to have people around you like that. And if you're not like that, I would suggest people out, that's out there listening to this shit, you start becoming that. Open up your view, open up your lens and shit like that, so you can see shit that's going on. So you ain't, so tunnel vision about things. Because had somebody been looking through a wider scope, to go out and spend some money on some smoke detectors or some motherfucking carbon monoxide, things and all that, then we could have saved some lives. You know what I mean? We just could
Right,
have, man.
right.
Everybody just always trying to take shortcuts, Jeff. And so look, man,
Always.
going in COVID, man, COVID really did, shift the tectonic plates, for a lot of people, man. I know it did for me, and I've always like to talk shit and all that, man. But I really did find a way to, be able to tell motherfuckers the truth without like cussing them out and having a calm base with it. But everybody that,
Right.
when I see some shit, man, if I see it, I'm gonna say something about it, And so this is what that is on that fire, man. The shit could have been prevented. I hope, they're making a big stink in the Bronx. I know it's been a lot of that shit in the Bronx over the years, man. There was that in Philly. So this ain't nothing new. When are we gonna learn? You know what I mean? We got to do something. We got to do something. We just can't sit back and talk about the shit and go out and lay flowers and candles and all this shit. That don't do shit. We need some fucking action, man. And again,
Yeah.
I ain't blaming the victims, but when you somewhere, you got to fuck around. If the people that you're around and something ain't happening, you got to be the one. I don't give a fuck. Somebody has to be the one to be the person that got that wide view and be able to go out and be able to take care of that to save the whole lot. That's all that is.
Absolutely. And I think we should get public safety more involved.
Yeah.
If they could, with these old buildings and stuff like that, and no, the last couple of years, the Bronx has been doing a good job of tearing down these buildings and building them back up. And actually, making affordable housing for people. But some of these old buildings, it just like it starts, like you said, it starts with the landlords and everything, and how they don't want to, they just want the money. They just want to, just take the money from the tenants and not make any upgrades to the building.
Mhm.
And I think if public safety get more involved, if they could, then I think we could stop things from happening like this.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Jeff. Like, man, I'm gonna say this, like, hey, look here, man, I'm 20 years on the fucking rails up in New York, so thank you, New York, for having me, right? But man, up here, you talk about housing and all that, man, you can have 18 motherfuckers in a house, and you go there as a public safety officer or an authority, you talking about trying to evict somebody, you're gonna run into some problems. You see what I'm saying? And so I know that it's got to be an issue. That's why they don't fuck with that, because it's right there. It's at your front doors. We see it. We just don't deal with it until it's a tragedy. Then we like, oh, look at this. The shit is right there.
Exactly.
You can go in the building right next door to the place that burned down. It's the same shit. You see what I'm saying? But nobody want to fuck with that. You know what I mean? Because anybody got an answer for that. So we put a band-aid on it. We try to do what we can into the next one. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? That's that's really what, and that shit is systematic. So what are you gonna do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that leads to a next segue. One of our favorite segments when it comes to social conversations called shit. That for the new subscribers and everything who are new to the show, can you please explain what Cut That Shit Out was all about?
Yeah, man, Cut That Shit Out was born, I think, in the studio and in the booth and the podcast, man. I don't know what we were, but it's all that dumb shit that people be doing, man. So, they really need to cut that shit out. That's kind of what you want to say. Those might not be the words that you use, but that's what you thinking. Man, I wish they cut that old bullshit out. So it's just shit that annoy you, shit that bug you. It could be things, items, people. It could be your fucking boo, your bitch, your woman, your man, his old dirty ass. Pick your socks up. You know what I mean? He got bad bathroom habit. Tell him cut that shit out. Leaving the toothpaste open, pissing on the toilet and all. Tell him cut that shit out. Get him. You too, baby, out there.
Exactly.
Man, leaving the hair curler on and shit, about to electrocute somebody down the street.
Uh huh.
Hey, leave that shit out. It could be anything. So that's what it is. And then I understand that the guy, the young rapper that, we had to track from, I heard he lost his life, which is fucked up. So the next time we get involved, we gotta kick that, man. We gotta kick it for him, man. Who's that, Young Dolph?
Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah,
got
the
that
recipes
track,
of
do you?
Young Dolph.
You ain't got that,
Nah,
do you?
I have it, but I can't play it because they're gonna flag the shit out of me.
Okay, they'll play it.
Copyright and so on. Yeah,
Okay,
they're gonna flag the shit out of me.
so I'm gonna say this out there. If anybody out there, y'all out there listening, rock that for a minute. Rock that Young Dolph and in honor of Cut That Shit Out. Because I'm telling you, he would have loved that shit. I'm telling you, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
On the real. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go first on this one.
Okay, go for it, Jeff. What you got?
When it comes to people on the train, um, especially for the older, y'all need to invest in headphones. Okay, I don't want to listen to your loud conversation. You screaming on the phone, talking about, I can't hear you and shit like that. You need to invest in some damn headphones. Okay, I don't care. Get the wireless from the corner store. I don't care. Get you some bootleg, no AirPods. Do something. Okay, because y'all be screaming on top of your lungs, and on top of that, you have the voice machine actually announcing what stop it is. They make it more louder and stuff like that. This is hearing your ignorant conversations and arguing on people on the phone. Y'all need to invest in some damn headphones. Y'all need to cut that shit out. Okay, and another thing. Okay, when it comes to the MTA is always gonna cut that shit out. Okay, when the pandemic actually first happened, they shutting down the damn train station, talking about they cleaning between these times and this times. MTA ain't doing shit. Okay, and I take the damn train every day, and I see the same disgusting, nasty train station. Nobody's there. Nobody has cleaned nothing. See the same throw up. See the same piss. The same feces. I don't care who Mayor Adams, you need to be on top of this, okay? Because the MTA is lying to you because they are not cleaning these train stations. Go ahead, Daddy. What you got?
Hey man, it's crazy that you brought up the poo poo and the doo doo at the end, because that
It's
was my cut.
ridiculous.
It is. That's my cut that shit out. But that's in the neighborhood, right? I ain't like hating dog owners and shit like that, y'all. I like Bow Wow and all this shit. I like dogs. I grew up with dogs, German shepherds and shit. I'm down with a dog. I'm all good. Snoop, everybody, right? But your dogs on the fucking, dogs in the city, man. Somehow this shit just ain't mixing. You see what I'm saying? The dogs are shitting on the street. The owners, even if they pick it up, it's remnants of shit just on the ground. It's fucked up. People stepping on it. It's just so bad, man. It's so bad. I don't know what we can do about it. I love over in Fort Greene. I love Fort Greene. Big up to Fort Greene. What's up, Spike? Hey, man, I'm telling y'all, man, Fort Greene Park is beautiful, but it's turning into a fucking dog park. All them dogs. I know dog people. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Dad, but I don't care. It's just too many fucking dogs, man. And it's just
Yeah.
overrun by dogs that smell like fucking dog. That's all it is. So would y'all please cut that shit out? Go to a dog run somewhere away from here, or can we build one, under the bridge or somewhere, but not in the city where we live, where we can smell that shit, and it just like, whiffs all the way through the neighborhood. Shit and
Exactly.
dog, especially when it's wet out there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that. I know Peter gonna be calling me and all the dog haters. Man, people gonna, you hate dogs? No, I don't hate dogs. I grew up with dogs, German shepherds and shit. Like I say, a dog is my fucking best friend. But if I would, I'd be his best friend and take his ass out in the country to live, because the city ain't no place for no fucking dog. Got him all housed up in
And
the crib and shit like that. He want to be out and running around. You got him like that just for your status and your well being and all that. Let them dogs run free and get them out of the city, man. Please cut that shit out. It's killing me.
exactly. And here's another thing for you. For you, the same people that you ride on a damn train and you ask for money. I see you every single day talking about you're hungry and shit like that. You're not fooling anybody. We all know that you're doing drugs. So you need, and so they have the nerve to come on the train,
Mm-hmm.
ask you, go to a different cart, go all the way to the beginning of the first cart, come all the way in the back where I sit at, and ask people again. They don't stop asking the second time. They go to each cart again and come back in the same cart where you was at and ask for the damn third time. If no was the first time, what do you think the next two times is going to be?
Yeah.
And then they want to get attitude. Then they want to get attitude. Can somebody please help me? Please, like no. Like if you didn't get any dollar or any change the first time you asked, it makes you think the second two times. We think we're not going to recognize the same face.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, I mean, look, man, this whole segment can be about the MTA, man. Look, I just wrote a little piece, man. Y'all get on YouTube and check it out. You know, it's called The Rumble and shit like that, but we always shouting out the MTA, man. They always like, in people's ass. But on the real, who need to cut that shit out is the practitioners, man. I know COVID's going on, but they got to get these people back in, man, for their meds. They pushing people in front of trains. I mean, it's just kind of crazy, man. I don't think the people who, divvying out the pills and all that, they must not ride the rails. But for us that's on the strap holders, man, these motherfuckers coming through there, just like you can tell they crazy than a motherfucker. You
Yeah,
make
you
eye
gotta watch your
contact,
back. Yeah,
man. You make eye contact if you want to. They looking for some shit, man. I mean, they angry and they just looking. They ain't wearing no mask, and it's
no
just kind of,
nothing.
oh man, it's just kind of crazy, man. So for the practitioners, all the people up there in
Yeah,
Scarborough and all of them, the motherfuckers that's supposed to have these motherfuckers on couches and taking care of them. Y'all got to cut that shit out and get these people back where they need to be. If we need to start opening up like drug, how they got the COVID out there, they need to open up like psychedelic med things out on the corner so they can just walk up and get that shit, man. Because we need to get them mellow and settled, because they pushing people in front of trains and the shit is just happening way too often and more too frequently. Motherfucker went in and shot a girl in the Bronx the other day. He was crazy as hell. That ain't no sane
yep,
person. That wasn't just no robbing person. He wasn't just an average robber. He was crazy than a motherfucker. The dude
exactly.
you see what I'm saying? So this is mental illness, man, at its highest peak. These people that lost their life and shit like that. You know what I mean? So hey, look here. So cut that shit out. All the practitioners, get off your ass. Well, get a plan to get these people back on their meds and off the fucking streets, because they out here mobbing and robbing our ass, and killing us.
Exactly. And speaking of the whole COVID thing, if you're gonna tell people to go, if you're not fully vaxxed or if you're fully vaxxed, you need your booster shot, at least have enough product for everybody to get fully vaccinated and get their booster shot. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you got all these damn drug dealers in jail that you put in jail, and none of y'all can get advice how to push more product when you're asking people to get shit. It's ridiculous. No, fires any shot should not be sold out. We ran out of Pfizer. We ran out of all this. This should be hundreds of millions of vaccines, available, telling people you need to get this and telling people you need to get that. And then when they go and try to go get it, y'all don't have any more product. I mean, it's ridiculous. The nearest drug dealer on the corner can push out more product than the actual government right now. It's ridiculous.
Damn, Jeff, man, that sounds kind of crazy, and that sounds like a movie or shit. You know what I mean? That would have been a movie where the government got the fellas, involved with the hustle on the street corner, where you got what your product and the vaccine. That would have been some shit. What do you call that? The double dose.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
drop a ball, some
yeah.
sauce bar for that one.
That's the fucking
I didn't cut that shit out,
I
man.
love that shit. Who would play in there? Denzel, you in there? Hey, get me in there. Oh man, that's
All
funny.
right. Um. Next topic is, I had been watching a lot of videos,
Mm,
a lot of podcasts, people talking about this, and a lot of dating shows and
mm,
how it's difficult, how difficult dating is during this whole COVID situation.
mm, mm, mm,
Um, that I know you're married, but you have friends and shit like that. So,
mm-hmm.
what is some of your experience of people saying how difficult it is dating through the whole COVID situation?
Yeah, man. I think the fellas that I do know that are out there, and it's very few. Say it has been difficult. You know what I mean? Because no one's out there. Everybody's to their own. If you were with that person before COVID hit, then it's one thing. You might be trying to come around now that tests are available and all that. But for the last 18 months, it wasn't no nookie going on in your kitchen. There wasn't shit going on. A lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are just staying to themselves, man. Like I know a couple guys, like I say, you know, that they older and they happen not be with anybody at the time when COVID hit, and they just now starting to talk about, some people are coming around. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I would think that it might have been like that for a lot of people, except for the people who didn't. Excuse my French, didn't really give a fuck. If you really went down with what was going on with the vaccine and all that, you was probably still out there, getting your thing on. You might have got caught out there. You know what I mean? So who
Right, right.
knows? So who knows? Like people, man. A lot of people, take things, differently. And so again, if you didn't, believe that the vaccine, I mean, if you didn't believe that COVID was real, or you didn't think, you could get it and all that, you was probably still, doing your thing like normally. You know what I mean? Until it caught up with you. And matter of
Absolutely.
fact, I want to say this, to one person, I won't even call their name, but they know who they are. It was a naysayer. It's in the neighborhood. This person is, and they've been saying and they saying about the vaccine, and they family didn't do the vaccine and all that shit. And I saw them motherfuckers today in line, either for a test or the vaccine. So it finally caught up with their ass. So
Mm,
not to be like that. I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't wish ugly on nobody. But um, fat meat is fucking greasy. So you got to be from the country
um.
to know what that means.
Yeah. 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 When it comes to dating, as me being a single guy, man, I'm just going with the flow of things. Whatever happens. I'm not, out there like that. I'm not going to lounges and shit like that. Because
Mhm.
the whole COVID thing. I mean, you might go out and then the next thing you could be sick as a dog.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I think for me, I'm just playing my position, and I don't do the online dating thing either.
Hmm.
That's kind of scary because a lot of people be lying and saying that they look like this and then like that. It could be somebody else's photo, and you know, recently I think a girl just got killed. Actually,
Mm,
she wanted to go meet up with this guy she met online, and
mm,
then the guy wanted to kill her because there's a lot of sick people out there, a lot of psychos out there, a lot of serial killers out there.
mm.
It's just not safe. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going with the flow of things. If I do go out, whatever happens. If not, I'm not just out there like that when it comes to the whole single thing.
You know what, Jeff? Man, with this whole COVID thing, man, as far as like dating, as far as in the dating space is concerned, motherfuckers have to really up their game, right? Because everybody's wearing masks, right? So if you
Right.
did want to date, if you didn't have like, eye game, if you didn't have eye game, then you really missed out because all this is covered. You see what I'm saying? You can see when somebody smile. and they
Right.
actually smile, their eyes smile as well. But if you want the type of person, if you ain't the type of person who, is kind of used to all that, if you need all the mouth and all this to be heard and all that, then you really missed out, you know what I mean? Because now you got to take, as far as, your guys out there dating and all that, now you got to bring it up from here. You see what I'm saying? You got to kind of up your game in that space, as far as, out there in the COVID dating space. You still can date girls and people and all that like that. And actually, eyes are the window to the soul. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
when you take,
Yeah.
so when you're taking in the eyes and you ain't got the mouth and the smile and all that, you actually getting a truer fucking reading, because anybody can put on a fake ass smile. See, I hate your ass. Now, you know what I mean? So it ain't even that serious, you know what I mean? That's why people be
Right.
coming to
Right.
you. They be smile, when the OJs didn't that, somebody wrote a fucking song about it, smiling behind your back or smiling in your face all the time. They want to take
Well,
your
that's the
money.
OJ's right there. Oh
Backstabbers.
yeah,
Yeah.
backstabbers. Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? The backstabber. So,
Mm.
so all this aside, you get right up here in the eyes and you really getting the reading on what the fuck is going on. So it all depends on how you look at things. You know what I mean? So yeah, COVID dealt some blows and it's still dealing blows. But if you adjust and you're correct, and you can stay, in line with shit and still continue to grow and keep some things going. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's real
Um.
talk.
Next question is
Sure.
what should a woman bring to the table if she earns more money than you?
Fucking what she should bring to the table? I'm gonna tell
No.
you.
What should no? What should a woman bring to the table if she earns more money than you?
If she earns more money than you,
Yeah.
right? Okay. What she should bring, if she earns more money than me, I'm gonna tell you what she should bring: some fucking common sense. You know what I mean? Because seriously, just because you make more money don't make you the boss of me. Fuck you. Not to be like that. You see what I'm saying? Because hey, look here, man. I know guys throw their money around all the time, and that's exactly what they do to women or they guys or they partners or whoever they in a relationship with. I got the ends. It's my way or the highway, motherfucker. But I ain't rolling like that. I've been down that road before. I thought you know what? I don't have a price. You know what I mean? I kind of thought I did at one particular time, but in my younger years and all that. But it ain't nothing that you got. You ain't got enough money to fucking sit up and talk to me any kind of way and have me doing shit that I don't want to do. So what do a motherfucker have to bring to the table? If she making more money than you, it's respect and common sense. Because just because you making money, like I say, don't mean that you running shit. I still got
Right.
my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
still gonna be my own man. I'm still gonna treat you like a woman. I'm still gonna call your ass out if you do dumb shit. Oh, you doing dumb shit because I make the money. Oh, that's still dumb shit. It don't care. You
Right.
just paid for it. That's still dumb shit. So money don't excuse shit like that. And I know a lot of people put
Nope.
up with shit like that just because of money. More so, I'm gonna say I think women put up with more bullshit from men than men do with women. You see what I'm saying? And if and women gonna be like, that's a lot there. I call myself a liar. I think men just put up with it in silence. Because when they ass broke, all they do is shut the fuck up and do what that chick say do. Shut your ass up and do what you gonna do until they can get on their own feet, and then they be like, okay, I'm bouncing and I'm out. But if you got the ends and all that, hey, the first thing you better be is bring some common sense and some respect. Because if you start talking to me any kind of crazy ass way just because you paying and doing all that, hey, look here, we came into this shit, hopefully 50-50. I hope you got the money, after we got together. Because if you had the money with us going in, I probably wouldn't fucking with you anyway, because I like to pay my own way. You see what I'm saying? I don't want people giving me shit. Because once a motherfucker do something for you, then you think they owe you something. I don't want to owe you
Right.
shit.
Right.
I don't want to owe you shit. And if you do got something, come into it and let's get down together until we got an understanding of, who's who. You young Thad, I'm young Thad, you who you are, and then you can tell me that you're a rich bitch. Then we can get out like a motherfucker. We can hit the Bahamas and do everything. But outside of that, I don't know if you want it. I don't know if you got money. And if it do, it might push me away, especially after my experience, because I can't be bought. I don't give a fuck what you got. You can bring all the
Right.
money in the world. If you're a raggedy, crazy ass chick or a dude or whoever you fucking with, you can keep on stepping with your little money. Because a peace of mind and freedom and all that shit is priceless. So bring some respect, bring some respect and bring some bring some respect when you're coming with your money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with everything you said. When it comes to me, what a woman has to bring to the table if she makes more money than me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to be clear, mostly men don't give a damn how much money you make, so you can't throw the money in our face. We don't care about your degrees. We don't care about none of that. You know what a man wants. What a man wants is, peace of mind. If you could bring peace of mind, and if you could bring, some skills, um, to the table, like I
Cooking.
want to say, like cooking.
No,
No, you're right. You're
all
right.
right.
Because a lot of these women who have money and stuff like that, they're not traditional. They're more on the modern side. So if you could bring peace of mind, because men are very simple. We're not hard to figure out. You know, you hear Chris Rock say, "All men want is food, sex, and silence. Feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up."
There you go.
And then, but some women don't believe that because you know, and it's a part of um the men running game on a lot of women, how a lot of women get hurt and stuff like that because all a man will tell you anything just to get draws. And then if you fall for it, and then whatever the end result of it is, whether it's hurt, pain, and whatever like that. But if a woman, is you know is bringing something to what she have to bring to the table is more with me, more communication, like you said, common sense, support, um, cooking. More with me is more traditional with me.
Okay.
Take care of the household and stuff like that. You can work your 6 figure job and come home, take care of the household. If we have kids, just come take care of the kids and stuff like that. Me is more traditional when it comes to me, but
So,
the main thing for me is peace of mind. Cause nobody want to come home working 8 to 16 hour shift, coming home like why you eat all. It's just start like petty arguments. Why you eat all the ice cream? And it's just petty arguments. Like no man want to come home to that.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So that's why I feel about that.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Uh, Next question. Is flirting considered cheating?
Hmm. You know, I think a lot of women. I don't want to speak for. I don't want to speak for women. But I think a lot of women will say yeah. I think a lot of men will say no. Um, I'm gonna say no. Because I'm a flirt motherfucker. I know that. I just say I think wifey know that too. And I flirt innocently though. I mean, that's just kind of my nature. That's the way I got with her. Shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes people flirt a lot. So I think it all depends on the extent of the flirting. I think flirting can go a little bit too far. Especially when you out. You out and having beverages, shit like that. And you start getting a little bit too cozy with somebody a little too close, then that shit is kind of like, that ain't right. But if you in good spirits and kind of talking shit and, keeping it up, light and above, then hey, that's my guy and all, then I think that's you can tell, it's not what's said, it's how it's said. Motherfucker can say something to me 1,000 times. Wifey won't say shit. Motherfucker can say something one time and be like, what the fuck? Why she say that shit like that? I see you later, Dad. Oh shit, what's up? What's that about? When did you see her earlier? You see what I'm saying? So it
Absolutely.
ain't what's being said. Yes, it ain't what's being said. It's how it's being said. But I think women are off the top, man, and even guys. Some guys. Especially what I'm gonna say, guys too. Guys see. They girl talking to a guy. That's my friend. Fuck that. You fucking him. That's my friend. But they can have all the girlfriends they want, and they ain't fucking them, but they are fucking them. So anyway, I ain't telling
Right.
y'all
Right.
secrets. But anyway, but yeah,
Right.
man, I think you can legitimately flirt and have a good time with it. I think it invites people to come around you and be around you. Especially if you're a person that's gregarious, that's kind of funny and shit like that. Or funny, or and I'm or you're a person that that's a good looking, handsome person, or people that like, or a person that's just people like to be around, but you got a fucking shut down personality. People like, oh, they seem cool, but they seem unapproachable. You know what I mean? So that way, flirting is a way to kind of break that ice with people, because some people would be like, there ain't no way this person would say some shit like that, and then they do, and it's like, oh shit, this person's just the same as I am. They just in this package. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Right.
And that shit happens all the time. And it's a real good way to do it, and you have to definitely mind the waters how you do it, especially in this Me Too age, because everybody, don't want to be touched with just to finish the sexual harassment shit. But that you can use, as far as flirting. all over. I would never say that in as far as like the workplace or all that, but that shit happens all the time. You can sign all the fucking waivers you want. That shit, it happens like crazy. People give people hugs, and I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, flirting, man, I think it happens with a lot of people, and you don't call it flirting with guys, but when you with your guy, you're trying to make your guy feel good. That's kind of a flirting in itself. Nigga, you look at that, nigga, you feeling good, So that's kind of a flirting in itself. But then people would never call it, people would never call it flirting. But yeah, flirting is huge in our communication, how we interact with people, and but yeah, man, I think both male people in the relationship, when they see they partner talking to people, I don't think it's what's being said. I think it's how it's being said and how often it's being said. So like if I see you, Smacks, and you with this girl, and then she say something to you, like she may not say something else, but if she say something to you and I've been with you 5 times and I'm not saying her say something to you 3 times, I'm gonna be like, what's going on? See what's going on, nigga, what's going on? And
Right,
so
right,
yeah,
right.
so it all depends. It's circumstantial, but yeah, I think people do flirt like crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I don't think it's cheating. With me, my definition of cheating, if you pin somebody's tongue down their throat, or you actually in the sexual act, that's actually cheating. with me, I think flirting is a natural thing. It's not something you actually do on purpose. It is when you're having a conversation with the opposite sex. You might have some things in common, and y'all could like the same movie, y'all could like the same TV show, y'all could like the same podcast. From the person that's on the outside looking in, they might say, "Oh, Jeff is flirting with this girl, or these two are flirting, or these two like each other and stuff like that." But no, you're just having real, genuine conversation. You know,
Hmm.
but if you're on the outside looking in and you actually trying to eavesdrop on the conversation and you hear me say, "Yo, what's up? What's good? Let's go on a date," or something like that, then you can actually say, "Oh, that's cheating," or Jeffrey is trying to, he has a girl, but he's trying to get with this one, take her out to a steakhouse or whatever like that. But but
I want to.
all right, exactly. Try to check it out with Chris or something like that. If you hear something like that, then, of course, yeah, that's cheating. But if you just talk about just basics and stuff like favorite TV show and stuff like that, and you're going in depth, or you fans of Law and Order SVU, and that you see the organized crime, or I love that show, that's my shit too. And you actually talking about the actual content and stuff like that. On the outside looking in, it might look like flirting, but it's not. You're just having a genuine conversation on
Hmm.
just life. Period. It could be anything.
Right. Just
It could be about
just a
in that
friend.
conversation. Right,
Just a
right,
friend.
right. But it could be
Right.
considered as people on the outside looking in can see that flirting as cheating.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah.
She
Um,
touch her butt when she leave.
exactly. That's cheating.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Oh man.
man. Oh
Oh
man.
man. What
Last
what you
question
got?
for
What you got?
the show is, what is important? What is important in a relationship, love or survival?
Love
Ooh,
or survival?
love or survival. What's more important in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the top and say love. I don't want to be surviving unless I'm like over man overboard from the fucking Titanic or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know about survival. Survival is a strong word for me. That's like you know having to like really hold on tight to some things, and I could see where love. I could say, you know what? I take that back. I can see where you could have to choose between that and a relationship, but it would have to be of dire straits. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like some shit not happen, and it's fucking dire. So either do I leave this shit, or do I fucking stay with it because it has to be another reason you stand? And so that would be a tough,
Right. Right.
choice for a person. And so, yeah, you would have to ask yourself, do I stay? Because I know I ain't in love with this motherfucker anymore. But this other thing is it could be health, it could be anything. Now, do you walk out like that? That's what it would have to be, Jeff, to really pose that question. Because otherwise, if I'm just surviving, I'm fucking gone. if ain't nothing really drastic happen. Especially if I don't love you anymore. Being in love and then loving somebody is different. You know what I mean? If your person, that you thought that you were in love with happen to leave this motherfucker, you'll find yourself really heartbroken because although you may not think you in love, you love that person. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so yeah.
With me, I'm gonna say survival is more important,
Mm,
and it's not in a sense like y'all on a deserted island and you're stuck on the island. Not that type of survival. You
mm-hmm,
know, survival means making the relationship last.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
not letting people outside your relationship try to break y'all up. Having basically the basics on how to keep a relationship or a marriage alive. And whether even rich people, survive through, they might be in a competition with another big company that take over and stuff like that. Stuff, certain things like that. It could be, you know, whether you trying to figure out, other of, it could be, let's say Jeff Bezos or something like that, and you know, he's trying to, you know, work things out with his wife, but there's other people that especially when you come in the limelight like that as a celebrity, you got all these magazines and shows talk about, he was seen at a dinner talking to Sarah Jessica Parker or something like that, but it's all about, with me, when it comes to relationships, it's all about survival and getting over every obstacle that comes in your way.
mm-hmm.
That's survival for me, and that's what make
Infidelity. I mean, your girl just straight up cheated on you. It's like I straight up cheated, tried to hide it, but you got caught like a motherfucker. Now she back asking for a second chance. Jeff, take me back. I think I don't really like him. I was with him. I'm a fool. Jeff, please take me back. Please, please, please.
right. And I've been in certain situations like that, and I came when I've been in a certain situation like that, I actually had to sit down and actually really think about it because it could have been something I was doing wrong that made her cheat. Because when it comes to women, they are emotional cheaters.
Mm-hmm,
They do it emotionally.
mm-hmm,
So it had to be something I was doing wrong for her to go out and cheat on me. But when it comes to men, men are not emotional when they cheat. It's like more like taking a piss. They just want something new in that very moment. Not saying it's right or wrong to do that, but that's how some men are. Mostly men are like that, especially high volume men like that who makes all the millions of dollars and stuff like that. They ought to have a fucking side chick. I
mm-hmm.
mean, ask Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
It's crazy.
when it comes to me on a more of a middle class level or something like that, it comes for me. It's like more survival and how to, if I really want to be with this person,
Mm-hmm,
um, we have to get over these obstacles to keep our relationship um going.
mm-hmm,
If both parties don't want to do that, then it's time to move on. But if we both love each other, well, all right. If she comes to me like, Jeff, you wasn't there at this very moment, A, B, C, and D, then I would have to think about like, damn, I really wasn't there for her in this very moment, and that's why some other guy got her attention, and he was there for A, B, C, and D. You know,
mm-hmm,
we all make mistakes. So
mm-hmm,
it's like, if I really love this person, then I'm gonna do anything to work this out. And if I'm married to this person, we took the vows to
mm-hmm.
death do us apart. So it's like, being in a relationship and being in marriage, it kind of go hand in hand with each other,
Mm-hmm.
but marriage is more. It's like you sign a contract. You got to make that contract work.
Mm-hmm.
But being in a regular relationship, if you really want to be with that person, you have to communicate with that person, and whatever she did wrong or I did wrong, we have to figure it out to make it work.
And let's say let's say that you guys went through it. tried to work it out. I mean, then who is the one that files for free agency? I mean, you know what I mean, or do you just stick with the team through all the playoff losses and you just never get to the championship and you just suffer through all those losing seasons when all you had to do is just request a trade or somebody had to trade somebody, you know what I mean? So how does that piece work?
Well, when it comes to um, when it comes to, is this person married or are they in a regular relationship?
Nah, they fucking married, man. I'm saying,
Okay,
like,
married.
they married. Hold on, let me paint the rest of the picture. They
Okay,
married, and they younger, and so they younger, and it's just not working out. They've been with this person, and they have a child together, and it's just not working out. They aren't at each other's throats right now. They're just surviving, and this person is coming to me as a concierge saying, "Damn, Dad, like, am I supposed to just fucking survive? Like, I love this person, but I'm not in love with this person. I don't see myself with this person. We share life together with our child, but hey, what do I do? Do I just move the fuck on now, or do I just hang on here?" So that's what I'm saying. Should this
right,
person
right.
stay with? Do they stay with this team, this losing team, that they ain't happy, or do they request a trade? How does that work?
I mean, if you're married, then if you had tried everything under the sun,
Mm-hmm.
you tried therapy, you tried, just talking with each other, you try to talk to your pastor, whatever, and based on how many years you've been married as well. If you've been married 5 plus years,
Mm-hmm.
then you know, I just think that to the best of both abilities, you have to make it work. You know, because nowadays, like a average marriage, especially a black marriage, only lasts 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, my grandma and them,
Mm-hmm.
they get married young. They get married when she's 18.
Mm-hmm.
And be married to my grandfather for over 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
They went through they stuff and like that, but they always stuck together. They always figured the shit out. But nowadays, it's like they don't want to stick it out. They just want to cop out. But if you in a toxic relationship, all you're in water, and the shit doesn't work, and the same shit keep happening, she cheats, you cheat, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's the
That
shortcut.
means, yeah, then it's time to let it go,
There you go.
because you're holding on to each other, and at the same time, while you're holding on to that person, you're actually causing damage to your hand of holding on to that person.
There you go.
Yeah, you have
Exactly.
to let it go if it's really, really toxic like that. But if it's like, if it's not as toxic, you have to figure that shit out because you took vows to death do us apart. So until you both die, you have to figure it out. you know,
You stuck with me.
you stuck. Exactly. Exactly.
Ah,
You stuck, man.
had the gorilla glue
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly. Drop a saucy ball for that one.
Oh man.
Oh man. Before we got out of here, Dad, anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Nope. I just want to, let everybody know, yeah, I'm gonna be on with Jeff on the network, man. And y'all know I'm a poet, the fucking poet, and I got a lot of rhymes out there, and I've put some rhymes to some music, y'all, over on YouTube. Some of my dope little rhymes, and y'all can learn them, motherfuckers. And one day we might come to y'all hood and be singing them, so y'all learn them rhymes. They some cool ass rhymes they some good rhymes to some cool ass beats to that like Dre and some roots and shit like that. I got a new joint that I just came out with yesterday. Somebody told me to fuck with TikTok, but they got a little limit on they space. So I came up with a special joint for them called Snitches. It's a motherfucker too. Boy, I'm telling you. So we're gonna be out there just doing things, man. Because I better, it's best to put it out there and have it in a closet somewhere. So who knows? Maybe one day somebody will hit and want to quit it and or lift it up. I think we're gonna be trying to lift this up too, man. Y'all go over on YouTube and look at this shit because it's hot, man. It's hot and it's a low production. But once we can lift it up with the beats and get Jeff and the Saucy Conversation involved, y'all gonna be coming. We're gonna be coming to see you. So learn them fucking rhymes. Get on YouTube. Just look for TF. Look for anything. And Jeff, I don't know if you can add a link in here for me on the tube, but if you can, do it, man. So y'all go over there and
Yeah.
check me out. But other than that, I'm gonna just say big ups to everybody, man. I'm glad that y'all looked and listened and hopefully learned some. I know I learned some from y'all every time I come on here. So, from that said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go watch some football. I know I cursed a lot, so y'all can wash my mouth out, but that's all good too. So anyway, much love to everybody, and we'll see y'all on the next one for real.
Absolutely. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Venice. Shout out to everybody who joined the podcast. Shout out to Marcus as well. He left a couple of comments on my happy saucy Sunday and all that. Shout out to him.
Sure.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned into the podcast. You're watching on YouTube, our Facebook channel, or Twitch. So make sure you go hit that follow button. And also hit that notification button to get alerts when we actually go on live or when we drop new episodes. If you're not watching the live, if you're watching the reruns, we appreciate you for watching the reruns. If you at home, just listen to the audio as well, which is dropping tomorrow. We appreciate you for rocking with us. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that good stuff. Go get you some official Saucy Conversations merch. The link is in the bio as well. Head over to Teespring. Shout out to Teespring as well. Shout out to our sponsors, Click A Vodka. Make sure go get you some Click A Vodka, man. And take it easy on this shit, because this shit it will sneak up on you and knock you out. Okay.
Try.
Also, try the social conversation where you could get, we do the pink lemonade, we do the regular lemonade, but any other lemonade that you like, you go with the Click A. You understand? Shout out to our other sponsor, which is Holistic Remedies right here. My favorite flavor is the bubblegum berries. So make sure you go and get this. They got other flavors as well, cinnamon and all that good stuff. They have the oils, anything that you got any joint pains and stuff like that, make sure you go and check out their website. The link is in our bio as well. You get 10% off at the checkout. And also follow our Instagram, which is at Saucy Conversations with a Z at the end and an S. Also follow the Saucy TV network Instagram and Saucy Nation TV 22 on Instagram. And you can follow our Facebook page where we live on there as well. Go to Saucy Nation TV, and we appreciate you for joining us. We out of here. Peace and love, y'all.